Good afternoon. This is Jim Whitehead. This is our first in real time, which is pretty darn cool. I hope you're hearing me, but bottom line, thank you for being here if you are here. It's funny. You kind of want to see and look at all the people and, comments. We're here for comments. But today, we're going to talk about the Cape buffalo. Now, this is an animal channel, and I really enjoy talking about animals. And, we're going to do some more live. And certainly, if you have any chat questions, if you're here, certainly appreciated. But anyway, let's get going so we don't keep you too long. All right, the Cape buffalo, also known as the African buffalo, is a large, robust, and iconic bovine species native to sub-Saharan Africa. It is one of the big 5 game animals and is well known for its strength, adaptability, and sometimes unpredictable temperament. You can kind of see, can be maybe looking a little angry, but that's okay. We try to make sure everybody is happy, and sometimes they're not. Anyway, so the temperament can be interesting. Of course, it's very safe now because we're just doing this. Now, the physical characteristics, size and build. Cape buffaloes are heavy-bodied animals. I know you can't tell. With adults weighing between 500 to 900 kilograms, and we love that the metric. But that is 1,100 to 2,000 pounds. So you've got an animal that's almost weighs a ton. Almost. On a good day when they've had a good meal. Anyway, they stand 1 to 1.7 meters, which is English 3.3 to 5.6. Tall at the shoulder and can reach 2.4 to 3 meters, 8 to 10 feet in length. This is a big animal. Now they have horns, as you can see. Both males and females have horns, but males boast larger ones with a distinctive boss, a thickened base of horns that forms a shield like a structure. The horns curve outward and downward, then hook tore upward, creating a formidable weapon. Don't jump on them or you're in trouble. Anyway, their coat ranges from black to dark brown, with older animals appearing darker. I wish my hair get darker as I get older instead of gray, but sometimes all the animals have all the tricks. Some may have patches of mud or scars from their rugged lifestyle. No one should have a bad lifestyle, but it is what it is. So anyway, eyes and ears. They have sharp eyes positioned on the side of the head, providing good peripheral vision. Large ears with fringes of hair help detect sound from predators. So they've got kind of I guess you'd say, a distance early warning system. Okay, the habitat. Cape buffaloes thrive in a variety of habitats, including savannas, woodlands, swamps, and areas near water sources. They need to drink daily. Now, I'm an older guy, I'm 75. I drink a lot of water every day because hopefully that will allow me to live longer. Obviously, if they don't drink water or they have a point where there isn't water, they definitely going to have some problems. They are widely distributed across the eastern and southern Africa with the densest populations in areas like the Serengeti and the Okavango Delta. Now, the behavior. Are you behaving? My mother always would say, are you behaving or you better behave? Okay, social structure. They live in herds that range from a few individuals to thousands, depending on food. Makes a lot of sense. If the food is a little, you might say, sparse, you don't want to have a lot of mouths to feed. But if you get a lot of food, bring them on down. Herds provide protection against predators like lions, hyenas, and crocodiles. We all love the way we see animals doing their benefit of helping each other. And, I think, as we progress in our better lifetime, hopefully we will do more of the same. Okay, Cape buffaloes are unpredictable and can become aggressive, especially when injured. Don't blame them. Or cornered. Their fierce nature makes them one of the most dangerous animals to encounter on foot in Africa. Their communication. They use vocalizations, postures, and even pheromones to communicate, especially during conflicts or predator warnings. It is pretty darn cool, their structure of working with each other. I mean, that's what's the neatest thing about the channel content that I do. I know it's not necessarily always exciting, but it's kind of, you learn a lot from animals. I learn a lot from my little Jamie the Shih Tzu. And, they just know and have very good instincts. Primary predators. Lions are their most significant threat, but they are formidable opponents, often ganging up to defend the herd. Wow, again, this whole thing just reeks happily that they help each other. Their size, strength, and tightly knit herds make them relatively safe from most predators. Now, with conservation, we always get into the conservation. Although not endangered, Cape buffalo populations are under threat from habitat loss, diseases like bovine tuberculosis, and poaching. By the way, and then I go into tangents, but my wife has a lung issue called MAC. It's microbacteria, yada, 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 yada. And it is in the family of tuberculosis. Unfortunately, it's a little bit worse, mainly because there is no logical, viable treatment. It's very, encapsulated inside the lung, and antibiotics can't get at it. So what happens, it just kind of keeps going. That's with tuberculosis also. Although it's treatable with different medications, it's a little bit, again, hard to get into where, of course, tuberculosis being in the lungs. They are listed as least concern by the IUCN, but remain an important focus of conservation efforts due to their ecological role and significance in tourism. Boy, that's very interesting. Cape buffaloes are impressive animals symbolizing resilience and strengths in Africa's wilderness. So, the point being here, I hope this went live as it was supposed to. And just as a quick aside, I think we're at about 11 minutes. I've been doing live for a couple months, but I would just prepare the live and then I would go on live. So people would get an email potentially of my followers, supporters, that I'm going live. Well, they might be eating lunch. They might be whatever. So the following didn't make any sense. And logically, you say, Jim, come on. If you're going to do a live and you're hoping people are going to show up, give them advance notice. The good news is, old guys like me can learn new things. And if I was just sitting in the house doing nothing, which I would never do, thank God, please shoot me, I would probably be a little bit dumber, because again, everything you do on YouTube, and I'm working on some affiliate things. I mean, I always need to be busy. And it just helps you. And the animal aspect, you certainly want to keep it clean. When I watch things on Russia, Ukraine, yada, 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 some of them will say, if you can subscribe directly or Patreon subscriptions, it's partly because in some cases, as I describe, if it's very, how would you say, political, and you've got some people are going to go, this is great. Other people go, how dare you? I don't know I think it's important for us to know what's going on, but you also don't want to have it where you ruin things by putting up content that basically, again, either people are going to really like or people are going to really hate. So my animal might be not the most exciting, but it's clean and G-rated. So anyway, thank you for being here. I'm excited because, again, this was my first announcing it 2 hours or so ago, having a countdown timer so that I made sure I didn't start early, I didn't start late. So, thank you. I want to say, by the way, I did send you all the day before Thanksgiving a YouTube video related to how did we get to Thanksgiving? How did we get where we're using turkeys? So hopefully try to watch that if you can. But anyway, thank you. And will I see you in the next one? So if you go like this, I'm happy. Anyway, thank you. The last thing I say, I know I go on tangents. People say, I want to do YouTube, but I don't know where to start, and I'm afraid to start. And everybody that's done anything, they'll go, if you sit there and go, I'm not going to do it until it's perfect. I'm not going to do it until it's a topic that I think everybody's going to love. I'm going to have great lighting. I'm going to have great everything. But they're never feeling that it's right yet. So, I mean, it's unfortunately some folks can just keep saying, I've got the tools to do it, but I'm afraid to start. I do admit I was very nervous, even though I talk a lot. If you have followed me, you know I talk a lot. But you're a little nervous because A, you want everything to go real well, and B, you're talking to yourself in so many words, and you listen to people, and this is what we all have to watch out for, is if your audio is good, you're heading in the right direction. Not that your video can be terrible. Certainly here at All Power and Phoenix Animals, we try to always do the best job. But sometimes it just doesn't work out right. So you have to keep trying and trying. Right after this, and every time I do a live, I have to check, because my sound sounds great to me. That's why I have headsets on. But I go to play it back, because again, this is being streamed live to YouTube, my channel, but I am hearing what I'm hearing here with the mic, but I'm not really hearing how it's sounding on YouTube. So when I click the finish here, the first thing I do very quickly is I go up to my channel and I start playing back what you just hopefully watched. And if it's good, in the sense of the audio is good especially, and the video is the way it should be, I'm happy. If I find that, and it happens every once in a while, and sometimes you can't even explain why, it doesn't sound right at all, I will delete it. And I know one of the big things they say with YouTube is don't delete anything. Always make sure you don't delete it. But I can't have you, even though these aren't wonderful and they're not where you're going to say this is the best thing I've ever seen, you get into where you say, I didn't enjoy that. I couldn't understand it. So I don't really see if it's really the quality of the sense of the, especially the audio. I remove it. And somebody said, way to go. I just was looking at it. So, if that happens, it's just because I feel that it's not right and I didn't want to put you through that. Or have it where you'd go, I'm not watching this more than a second. Because, that's the biggest also thing with YouTube. And you'll see people say, make sure you stay to the end. And that's all because we all get measured on what we call, besides subscribers, and I'm over 1,000, so that mountain has been how would you say, tackled. But watch hours is important. So if somebody, you do, in fact, this is now 18, almost 19 minutes. If you watch like 2 seconds of it or 3 seconds of it or 10 seconds of it, or that's what I get credit for. So I know there's a fine line between the content, how long you're going, because I do admit when I look at all my YouTube stuff at night and all the things I want to learn beyond what I'm doing, if it's like 20 minutes, I kind of go, oh, I don't know if I want to spend 20 minutes. But anyway, thank you. And we'll hopefully see you shortly. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Be well. Be safe.